Hello, welcome back to the Our City channel for an episode of our Manchester City career mode here on FC25. Some big news in the transfer market. Did you see it there? Mo Salah has moved. So is Darwin Nunez. So, I mean, look at that. Savinho continues to impress in Man City. 9 assists he's got so far playing for us. Achimpong has signed for Villa. From Chelsea. Darwin Nunez has joined Bayern Munich, but it gets more exciting from that of Liverpool losing players because Mohamed Salah has moved to Paris Saint-Germain. That is a massive move. It's City versus United up next, and look at that. Villa also in possible talks to sign Ollie Watkins as well. You can see here United sit in 5th place in the table. Manchester City in 2nd, still 1 point off league leaders Arsenal. United think they're in a title race. I don't think they are, but a win today might just knock City out of it and bring them up into it alongside Spurs and Liverpool. Spurs back in that title race position again that they were in last season. This is going to be a big one, and the January transfer window is open. Could we see any big offers coming from some of our players? Possibly. List aside for Manchester United today. In goal starts Ederson is Diaz, Akanji and Vardy on the back 3. Rodri and Lewis partner in midfield 2 with Savinho on the right, Baena on the left, being a bit more conservative, and Oscar Bob starts in behind Erling Haaland with Claudio Echeverri. No Doku, no Grealish, no Nunes, they are on the bench. Jack Grealish a little bit unhappy with his game time and may continue to be. With the likes of Phil Foden out, with the likes of course, Florian Wirtz out, we want someone who can play in this attacking area, and we're looking towards Oscar Bob for now to try and beat that attacking talent in that area, creative talent for Erling Haaland, alongside Baena, a bit more conservative with him playing on the left. So away at Old Trafford for Premier League action. Manchester City take on Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. United much further down the table than we expected to be faced up against them, but they're not too many points off us, and a win here today for them would bring them up into around the top 4 and push Manchester City down and possibly out of it. So this is a big game, more so than just a derby. And look at that, a man who was on loan at Chelsea, Jadon Sancho, has been welcomed back by Ruben Amorim with open arms to face City today for Manchester United. However, I don't think he's in the starting 11. It looks like he is on the bench. Well, the players shake hands here, ready for our Premier League clash. And Man United are captained by a very experienced Brazilian in Casemiro in that midfield. It looks like yet Lenny Yoro is in there for them as well. Garnacho starts, Mazwari. I'm interested to see how Ruben Amorim does line up his Man United side in this 4. I think he'll play a back 4 today, actually. They do a 4-2-3-1 against Manchester City. So in goal starts Andre Onana. It is a back 4 of De Ligt, Yoro, Hartman and Mazwari. Agate and Casemiro, the captain in midfield 2, with Fernandez, Anthony and Garnacho supporting Joshua Zirkzee up top. Mason Mount on the bench. Rashford, I think, is gone. Savinho onto Claudio Echeverri here. Echeverri drives into the box. He's chased by Hartman. Echeverri back out to Oscar Bob here. Oscar Bob pulls the trigger, blocked away. Or is it Rico Lewis, in fact? Had more of a chance if it was Bob, perhaps. Dealt with here, Garnacho. Tries to let the ball go into Bruno. He does well there, Rodri. Hartman. Rodri goes and wins it back brilliantly. Echeverri. Little back heel through to Savinho. Nicks it off Lenny Yoro. Brilliant by Savinho. Pulled it back into Haaland. Blocked away by United. Hartman. Oscar Bob for Manchester City playing centrally today. Bob. Echeverri. Sides against Savinho. Rodri. Over towards Baena. Across the far post here. It's Savinho! Oh, header on it. And a good save by Onana. Anyway, Akanji quickly across to him. Akanji, that's poor. The ball in behind for Fernandez to play. Fernandez does play it. It's Anthony. It's Anthony! It's a good save from Ederson. Clatters into Manu Akanji on the way through. United's first chance of the game. Actually had a better chance than us all game. Wait. Agate! Agate running his way through. Slamming his way through. Zirkzee with a poor attempt. Ederson makes the save. Zirkzee fouls him. Well, United should be in the lead there. It's Joshua Zirkzee with a really poor finish. Good ball to Zirkzee. Rico Lewis across to him. He's dropped him. Garnacho. Diaz can't stop him. Garnacho through here. Garnacho. Akanji with a big challenge. Massive challenge by Akanji. Zirkzee. Ruben Diaz goes and wins it off him as well. And back in towards Bruno Fernandes. And back through to Garnacho. And again Akanji, who's been absolutely brilliant today. Akanji. That's half-time. 0 at Old Trafford. Well, Arsenal are losing, by the way, to Newcastle, as we know. But it's been difficult. Been difficult here today. We had that control. We seem to have lost it. Back to Savinho. Rodri. Savinho. Can't get him in a one-on-one situation at the moment, Savinho. Oscar Bob. Baena. There's a good run from Haaland here. Erling Haaland is there. Away by Onana. Nice ball in by Baena. Over to Echeverri. He's through Echivere. Echivere lifts it. Haaland should jump for the header. He decides against it. Fernandes clears. Xerxes good hold up play. Kanji well played. Echivere. Bob. Bob again here. Against Mazwari. Oscar Bob. Here's Baena. Baena cross into the box here. What a ball by Baena. Heads it back out. Rodri. Rish again. Space again. Rish White to Doku here. Against Mazwari. Doku. Does beat Mazwari. Then he gives it away anyway. What are we doing? Just can't do anything. On to Savinho. Back into Echivere. He goes in behind to Jeremy Doku. Great ball. Doku's there. Doku lifts it. Haaland. Back down. Echivere! Locked away. Doku keeps it in. Grealish. Baena. Just going behind to Haaland, who didn't make the run at all. Into the box to Haaland. It wasn't aimed for him anyway. It was aimed to the edge of the box. Full time, a 0-0 draw. United at Old Trafford might just mean we fall even further out the title race. And we've only ourselves to blame because creatively we lack him. And no Wirtz and no Foden. And that is really telling on the side. Echivere, he's young. Baena, yes. Maybe he should have played in there. Grealish isn't working at all. We're still playing through the Champions League group stage. After a defeat to Bayer Leverkusen recently, we've dropped down to 5th place. You've got to finish in the top 8 for automatic qualification. A win against 15th place Feyenoord away from home here today would put us in a very good position for automatic qualification. This is sign for Feyenoord then. Varela comes back in the back line alongside Akanji and Vardy. Akanji fantastic against United. Captain Rodri and Maximo Piron part of midfield too. It's Doku and Bob in the wide areas with Baena and Grealish in behind Erling Haaland up top. Kyogo, Nunez, Savinho, Echivere, Luis, Ake, Stones and Diaz on the bench. Hopefully we can be nice and creative today. So Manchester City versus Feyenoord in the Champions League. A team that City know way too well much about really in the Champions League. A 3-0 lead at the Etihad in real life, thrown away to a 3-3 draw. But today against Feyenoord, City looking for a different outcome, a different side that we have out there, different players. And hopefully all 3 points against this team that will maybe lead us to automatic qualification, which we really do need and we really are looking for. Well, it's Champions League night away in the Netherlands to the City side, and this is the team we come up against. They've got some good players in there. Stengs, Pinto starts in goal. Latomba at right back and Hanko in there. Stengs and Timber in the midfield too. And it's Igor Paxhao on the left-hand side, a very, very good winger. Way too much on it. Rodri wins it back. Poor by them. Baena. Alex Baena. Lifts one in. Haaland is there! 1-0 City. Alex Baena with the assist and Erling Haaland with the goal. He is our most creative player, barring Florian Wirtz and Phil Foden. And without them, it's good to have him in the side. Picks it up here. They played a really poor pass. We pounced on a mistake. Baena across the box. Thumping header by Haaland, which the keeper's not going to keep out. Oh, he's tackled there. He's going to win it back again, which is good to see. And here's Doku up against Latomba. And Doku's past Latomba. And Doku. And back to Haaland. Haaland again. He's trying to fire that one. But as he hits it down the middle of the goalkeeper. Puts us open a little bit here. Stengs wide. He's onside. What is Edison doing? 1-1. What is Edison doing there? I didn't ask him to come for that. I don't know why he decides to. I never asked him to come for that. 1-1. Throw away a goal like that. Easy City. Baena. Oscar Bob. Piron. On to Haaland here. 2-1. Well done. Maximo Piron with assist. 2 on Manchester City. Good movement and Haaland scores. Really good play in the edge of the box here. Bob in towards Piron on the little turn there. Sets up Haaland. He hits it first time on the right foot. Back in front at 2-1 City. Come on. Full back Latomba. Did really well against him. Read him all the way. Oh, they've played it away on his far as Baena! Oh! And a save by the keeper. In behind to Bob here. Great ball. Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob. Haaland for a hat-trick. 3-1. Great play. What a ball by Grealish in behind. Erling Haaland gets the hat-trick for 3-1. He might get his goal tally up in this game, Erling Haaland here. Hat-trick for Erling. It feels like he's not scored a hat-trick in a very long time. But there we are, scoring a game. Lovely lifted ball over by Grealish to Bob, and he's driving in behind. And he just sets up Erling Haaland for a tap-in. The defenders don't know what to do. Good play. 3-1 Manchester City. Over top here. Haaland again! Off the post and in for 4. Well, Jack Grealish has been creative today. Very creative. And Manchester City make it 4-1. And it's Haaland for his 4th today, and fair play to Grealish here. Lifts one over to Haaland, great ball over. First time volley by Erling. He's off the post and in. Very difficult to save that one. And see if the keeper. What a finish from Haaland. 4 for 8 for Erling Haaland. That might be Grealish's 2nd assist of the day. 4-1 City. That's more like it. Grealish back in behind to Bayena. Cross to Haaland, Bayena. Good block. Bob. Grealish. In space here. Jack Grealish! And a good save by the keeper. It's gone behind for a corner. We are going to make changes now. Some big bodies in the box. One of those is Manu Akanji away. Kyogo. John Stones off the bench. Great save by the keeper. Just got there. Ball forward. Varela dragged out. Great challenge by Varela. Trouble for the opposition as he plays it into Bayena. And Bayena through to Kyogo here. And it's Kyogo Fudiashi. And Kyogo Fudiashi makes it 5-1. Brilliant by Bayena and a goal for Kyogo. But Alan Varela again in that central space in that back line is really good. Steps out, wins it into Bayena. Slides the ball through. And Kyogo Fudiashi expecting to score from there. He does score from there, Kyogo. Grealish. Matheus Nunes. Here's down his byline here. Nunes. Pidon. Maximo Pidon! Good save by the keeper behind for a corner. Oh, what a ball by Grealish through to Nunes. Oh, he's offside. Oh, my word. It was so good from the short free kick there. Quick free kick from City. Long ball forward. Pidon wins the header. Full-time whistle goes. Manchester City 5, Feyenoord 1. We win away from home. We get 3 points in the Champions League. And that might be us close to getting automatic qualification now with only 1 game remaining after this one. Well, some big moves in the transfer market. Barcelona have paid $55 million to sign Ollie Watkins on a 3-year deal. Ronaldo has joined Brentford from Atletico Madrid for $14 million. We've also seen some other deals go through. Milinkovic-Savic from Torino moves to Brighton. Big deals. There's still more big deals to go through as we look through these games. Marmoush has joined Southampton, bottom of the league table, £25 million move. And there is another one I've seen as well that I saw. Atletico Madrid signed Christian Romero for $53 million. Some big moves even in the January window. Well, Jack Grealish is a player that we're not entirely sold on at all. And in the transfer market, we've received offers for Kovacic, which we've rejected. We're willing to let him go, but the team who came in for him was, in fact, Manchester United. So we rejected moves there. We rejected moves earlier in the window in summer. We rejected that one in January. We won't be signed to United. Offers are coming for John Stones as well. From Liverpool, Dortmund, and Atleti, we said no, Stones stays for now despite some poor performances. There's a big offer coming here from Chelsea for Jack Grealish. 86 rated, a player that I am not entirely sold on and one that I would be willing to let go. Could we bring in big money for Jack Grealish? The only issue is with Wirtz and Foden out at the moment, that puts us even less in a good position in terms of attacking midfielders, creative players, in which Grealish certainly is. But the January move to Chelsea might not be ruled out, and we will look to entertain an offer for Grealish around the 60 million mark. They've made a £56.5 million offer for him. I think 60 to 65 million. That means over the years he's only cost us 45 million from that £100 million move. I accept at 30. He's on the decrease as well, despite being 86 rated. I'll have to see what happens, but Chelsea, Grealish, that seems like a move that could happen. The move for Grealish to Chelsea has fallen through. They would not accept £60 million. For now he stays, but I don't know if another offer comes in for him, but I thought we might see him leave there. Up next was 20th place Southampton in the Premier League at home, where we picked up a 2-1 win. Goals from Savinho and Erling Haaland after Southampton opened the scoring early on. Get us though 3 points and hopefully keep us nice and high in the Premier League table. Bayer Leverkusen continues to spend massive money in the transfer market. They have signed Marquinhos now from PSG for 56 million. What a signing that is. We're currently second in the Champions League group table with, of course, Real Madrid in front on 17. A final game away to Lens will decide whether we go through or not automatically, and it's a game we are going to simulate because I'm confident we'll come away with a win. And a 3-1 win away. And a 3-1 win away at Lens for Manchester City. Opening the scoring was them in the 4th minute through Mitrovic, but Haaland, Grealish, and Haaland again get City all 3 points and keep us steadily floating through to the knockout stage. And Zola missed a penalty as well in the 85th, and Manchester City come away confident that we can go very far once again in the Champions League this year. And massive news in the transfer market about a former Manchester City player, because former player for us, Aymeric Laporte, an amazing player for Manchester City. He has moved back from the Saudi Pro League to Europe and a £26 million move to Napoli in Serie A. In the Premier League table, we sit top, ahead of Spurs and Arsenal, purely on goal difference. Spurs, Arsenal and Manchester City all on 50 points each at the 23 game stage mark is very exciting. United 5 points behind in 4th, and Liverpool have dropped out completely. It looks like it's a Spurs, Arsenal, Manchester City title race. We face 8th place Fulham in what will be the final game of today's episode before we get into perhaps what might be a busy deadline day. This aside for Fulham today, Diaz, Varela and Vardiol are the back three, with captain Rodri and Maximo Peron once again gets a start in that midfield too. Savinho on the right, Nunes on the left, and it's Bayena and Claudio Echeverri supporting Erling Haaland up top. Doku, Fudiashi, Bob, Grealish, Akanji, Stones, Ake and Lewis on the bench. Well, away to Craven Cottage to face Fulham, a side that have done very well under Marco Silva, continue to try and improve, continue to try and break into the top 6 of the Premier League, but it is very, very difficult with so many top quality players. We are captained by, of course, Rodri. They are captained by former Manchester United man Andres Pereira as the sides come out. And in goal, I think, for them again, is Steven Bender, who seems to be one of the best goalkeepers in the game. I remember the last time we played them last season, he was amazing. So this is Marco Silva's Fulham side, line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Steven Bender starts in goal. Anderson, Diop, Sessegnon and Castagna in the back four, with Cease and Berg in the midfield too. It's captain Pereira, Smith, Ronnie Wolby supporting the false 9 in Mikel Oyarzabal up top. On the bench, they have got Santiago Jimenez. Rodri. Savinho. Back in. Rodri! Oh! Is he offside anyway, the captain? I don't know, but he probably should have scored there, Rodri. He spins, not once, but twice. Haaland, Echeverri, Savinho. Savinho. Great feet. Savinho! What a goal by Savinho. 1-0 City at Craven Cottage. Brilliant feet from Savinho. I think an assist for Claudio Echeverri. Great play by Savinho. Slaloming run. Cuts across it. About there. Bayena in. Haaland on the volley! Straight down at Bender. Bayena. Echeverri. Savinho. Flip one in. Bayena's there! What a ball! What a ball by Savinho. That is special. That is so special. 2-0. Manchester City 2-0. Bayena with a goal. What a ball by Savinho this is. That is Kevin De Bruyne-esque from Savinho. Across the box. And Bayena smashed it in for 2-0. What a ball by Savinho. And City flying high here at Craven Cottage. What a ball. Oh, Rodri with a great win. Echeverri. 3-0 to Haaland here. Haaland's in as well. Haaland might get a goal for himself. 3-0. Echeverri with an assist. Haaland with a goal. 3-0. Wow. What a performance today at Craven Cottage. We've been fantastic. We've been absolutely fantastic. Rodri in the midfield, just can't get anywhere near him. Through to Haaland by Echeverri. Haaland gets a goal for himself as well. Hits it with so much pace. No chance for the goalkeeper. City 3, Fulham 0. And we're only 26 minutes in. And we might be ahead just on goal difference in the Premier League table. In towards Nunes. Mateus. Centrally. Maximo Peron. Wide towards Savinho. Savinho. Clips one in. What a ball to Haaland for 4-0. What a ball by Savinho, whose quality in the cross is insane. What a ball by Savinho. I stood still there and I waited for the movement of Haaland. Usually we just whip that in aimlessly, but Savinho waits. What a ball in. Haaland ahead of Castagna. 4-0 Manchester City. And Savinho is the creative maestro on that right-hand side. He really is. Varela stays tight with him. Pereira. Varela beat him. Unlike him. On towards Smith Rowe. Through towards Oyarzabal. Good save from Ederson. And a second time. Andres Pereira. Save by Ederson. Brilliant save. Up and over the bar. Half time. City 4. Fulham 0. And maybe Maximo Peron comes off half time here. He's struggling a little bit. Vardiol across and Varela again recovers anyway. Into Peron. On towards Bayena. Next, Bayena plays on through to Haaland here, who's looking for the hat-trick Haaland. And Haaland bursts. And Haaland onto Echeverri unselfishly to make it 5-0. Well played Erling Haaland there. So unselfish. He'd go for goal himself, but he sets up young Claudio Echeverri to make it 5-0. Gets Echeverri a goal for himself as well. Great to Haaland. I mean, Haaland probably would score from there. But he makes sure of his certain goal say he's got an 80% chance of scoring, he puts it in a place where he's 100% chance or a 90-odd% chance of scoring. Oh, Nunes tried to hold it up there with using his body. Didn't do it. Cease just goes and takes it off him in the end. Oh, he's won it back, Nunes. Brilliant. Nunes in. Echeverri! Oh, he's offside anyway. What a chance. Lewis. Grealish. Kyogo. Echeverri makes it 6-0. Brilliant. 6-0 Manchester City. Echeverri gets another goal for himself. He's played his well into this side, Echeverri, as a top quality player. One that really deserves to be starting more. And I think he is, after Wirtz and Foden, with 6-0 up against Fulham. Oh, they've given it away. They're absolutely panicking here, Fulham. And Echeverri plays in Kyogo. And Kyogo in a narrow angle. But Kyogo Furiashi makes it 7. And Manchester City are smashing Marco Silva's Fulham here. And it's going to be a cricket score if they're not careful. Because it's 7-0 now. Echeverri with assist as well. I mean, he's been unbelievable today. He's got to get man of the match. Into Kyogo. That would have been Haaland's hat-trick, you could say. 7-0 Manchester City. And I never expected this. A game of goals, goals and more goals. Back to Rico. Diaz. Rodri. Rodri with spacing to hit one, and Bender with another save behind for a corner. Rico Lewis. Rico for City. On towards Echeverri for the hat-trick. Echeverri, good save of the keeper. Kyogo on the rebound, great defending. Rico. Grealish. Rico. Through to Kyogo. Echeverri for the hat-trick at the end here. He gets it. 8-0 Manchester City. A hat-trick for young Claudio Echeverri, who has been dubbed the new Lionel Messi while playing at the River Plate. And at only 77 rated, he might just be the new Lionel Messi here at Manchester City. Wow, what a player. Rico through to Kyogo. Across to Echeverri, who's there again. The guy is crazy good. And he makes it 8 at the death. He gets himself a hat-trick, and Manchester City obliterate Fulham to levels we never ever expected. And there's Claudio Echeverri picking up the match ball. 6 attempts, 3 goals, assists as well. Is that one of the best performances we've ever seen in a Premier League game? Well, for too many yellow cards, Rodri has been suspended for the next game, and it is transfer deadline day. 10 hours to see if any players stay or go at City. I'm hoping that we stick with the squad, but if we have to move into the market, this team is ready to do so. And there has been some action away from Manchester City, because West Ham and Manchester City come to an agreement of a £25 million move for Mateo Kovacic. He can't get in the team ahead of already Maximo Piron. So Kovacic leaves the club. City get a big bit of money for him. And that does mean we are lacking in this squad. We are now less than a 25-man squad. That's something Pep likes, but it's something I am a little bit worried about in the reserves if we have enough players. Well, I do think we might have some issues in the squad. With Wirtz and Foden injured, we only have in the reserves Carson and McFarlane. Rodri suspended for the next game, which means he would come out, and someone would have to come in there. And that would mean McFarlane on the bench, and then we'd only have one player in the reserves, which does put us in an issue where we might have to, maybe... I don't know if you have to, but forfeit games in this situation if you haven't got enough players in midfield or enough players on the bench. So that's something just to keep an eye on in this transfer window. There's about 8 hours remaining on deadline day, and I don't know where to go and make a move for someone, an experienced player just to be in around the team that can play in multiple positions. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm keeping my eye on the situation just in case, because I don't want things to spiral out of control where we get another injury. We've got 3 players out injured, we have no one in reserves, and then we have to start forfeiting games. That squad looking small, I look to add 2 players to it, 2 younger players, and bring in future talents for the future of English football. 2 of the best talents from around the Premier League and around the leagues and English players in general, youth system. One is Sol Sadibe, a 62 rated 18-year-old from Stoke City. He looks like a good midfield for the future. And the other is Joshua King of Fulham. We don't know his rating. Sadibe is 62 rated, could be 82 in the future. Joshua King we don't know. But they're 2 of the best players in youth system, youth football at the moment. Really good players. We've agreed a deal for both. 1.3 million for King, 600,000 for Sadibe, so just over 2 million, or just under 2 million for both, which is, I think, really good additions to the squad. They can play in the side for the FA Cup. They make up the numbers in the squad numbers, and then next season they'll look to be loaned out and develop into players, hopefully ready for the Manchester City team in the future. Let's see if we can agree personal terms with these players and get these deals done. Well, big move for young Salsadibe, who moves from Stoke City in their youth system, 650,000, and moves to Manchester City as a prospect for the future, B rating. But I think that could turn out to be a bargain if we sell him for profit in the future, or he becomes good enough to be a Manchester City first team player. And a deal fully agreed for Joshua King. This is Fulham's gem in their youth system, and Manchester City for 1.3 million have nabbed him away. An A rating for the price as well. He will play in the side this season. I think he will make his debut in the FA Cup, and then we'll look to loan him on. Best possible deal is that, and you can see he's 66 rated, and he looks certainly one for the future of English football. Well, I said there could be big moves on deadline day. We've already rejected a move from Chelsea for Jack Grealish, who would not pay the 60 million plus asking price for him. But on deadline day, Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich have said, listen, we want Jack Grealish and we're willing to pay nearly 60 million for him. Does that mean we have to go into the market? What does that mean to the side with the futures of, obviously, Wirtz and Foden currently not in the side, both injured? But Jack Grealish to Bayern Munich, could this deal that happen on deadline day? Could we lose him for a good fee, which means we get back some of the 100 million we spent on him? He wants to leave really, he's not playing as much games as he wants to. This could be a big end to deadline day. And wow, Manchester City and Bayern Munich have come to an agreement of a £60 million move for Jack Grealish, but will he accept the move away from the club? And can you believe it? It's a done deal. Jack Grealish on deadline day leaves the club for 60 million, meaning Manchester City actually got him for 40 million in the end, didn't we, considering he's played for the club for that long. In the end, it's a good deal. He's going to go and play in Germany alongside Harry Kane. What a deal that is. We got the max making out of it. We've got good squad depth, it says, with Echeverri, with Wirtz, with Foden and so on. But without them in the side, City are going to be lacking. And maybe we have to go into the transfer market now. I'm not exactly sure what we should do. There is a big thought process that needs to go into the side. And for that, we're going to end today's episode here, leaving you on a bit of a cliffhanger of what we do on deadline day. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you want to know what City have done on deadline day many days early, join the We Are City Members Club and find out with the early access through the Silver membership scheme. We'll see you guys for an exciting one, possibly next time.